Kell, why is this fight so personal for you? And what's the biggest advantage you think you've got over Amir?
I think first of all, it's the respect there. You know, he's never given me and he's never acknowledged me as, you know, as a great fighter. He's never acknowledged me, you know, but and we're the same weight, you know. I've always acknowledged him, you know. I think that he's done great in his career, you know, doing what he's done. I've never dissed him in that way. And so that, you know, it's what it is to me. You know, I'm competitive, you know, and when someone says that they can beat me, you know, and I think otherwise, you know, I want to show everyone that, you know, I'm the best. And I think that it's just dislike. I just don't like his face, basically. I don't like his face. I don't like his face, mate, honestly. And I'm looking forward to getting this fight. I'm just looking forward to it now.
Right, cheers. Next, we're going to go to Ben Thompson from Fight Hype. Ben, you on? No. All right, we'll move to Robert Harding.
Hi, Kell. Nice to see you looking so good out there. The weather looks a little bit better than over here. Rob Harding from The Undisputed. What strategy do you think Amir is going to bring to this fight? And how are you going to combat that strategy?
You know, I'm just training for every different situation. You know, I think that a top level fighter just adapt. You know, he adapts. You know, if I think that he's gonna go out a certain way, you know, and it doesn't go out that way. You know, some fighters might fall to bits, but you know, I just adapt. And as long as I'm 100%, which I am, you know, I've got no problem. You know, my worst thinking is competing against myself, and I know that if I'm 100%, you know, I'm hard to be beat, you know, basically, and I'm going to be turning up 100% for this fight. You know, I'd be absolutely deluded like nuts if I weren't.
Do you think he's going to come and run or meet you ring centre from the off?
You know, I think sometimes he might want to prove to the fans that, you know, that it can come in there, and like he'd been saying, this deluded guy saying that he'd beat me with one hand before, you know, and I'm levels and levels below him. So if he thinks that, I'm thinking, is he going to come out and try and get rid of me and think that he can fight with me? And then sometimes I think, you know, he's going to get on his bike and start running about and make it a stinker and not want to fight, you know. So, you know, I've gone over and I'll go over and over and over it in my head, you know, all right, this fight's going to pan out. And every time I'm going over it, you know, I just see one winner, and that's me.
Right, next on to Boxing UK, Steve Bilton.
Hi, Kell. It's Steve from Boxing UK.
How you doing, mate?
Hi, Kell. Kell, we've spoken quite a few times in regards to Amir Khan, and you've always said that you've always wanted it and he's never wanted it. What do you think's changed now?
I think he probably wants a big house in Dubai. I think he probably wants a big house in Dubai, or his wife wants something like mega, maybe. I just think that he's blagged it that much. You know, in America, nobody wants to see him, and I think this is the biggest money fight out there for him. I think it's the biggest money fight, and I think maybe he might think that he's seen my last performance. He might think, you know, the time's right for I'm the right for the taking, maybe, but he'd be absolutely so wrong.
Good luck on the 19th, Kell.
Cheers.
Right, next we're going to go to Joey Mills, Betfred. Joey, yeah.
I am, yeah. Hi, Cal. How you doing?
Good day, mate.
Yeah, good, thank you. So, what's your mindset going into this fight? Do you see it more as just proving that you're a better boxer than Amir Khan, or is there something more personal than that?
I think. Sorry about that. I was there.
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
You, Cal.
Have you got me?
Not on video.
Wait, someone tried phoning me. Let's try and wait. I don't know what's happened here. Can you hear me?
We can hear. Can't see, but we can hear you.
I'm gonna have to come back to that. Sorry, I've lost myself. What was the question again? Sorry.
So your mindset going into the fight, are you looking at it as just proving you're a better boxer than Amir Khan, or is there something more personal at play for you?
I think that I just want to prove that I'm a better fighter than a better boxer, better fighter. You know, more heart. I'm just an all-round, you know, competitive fighter. You know, and I just want to show him, you know, because he is deluded. I want to show him that I'm the man what I'm saying I am, and I want the fans to witness it and see it, you know, and I obviously want to get them, you know, a fabulous fight.
That's great. Thank you, Cal. Good luck in the fight.
Cheers.
Kel, do you want to try and fix that video just so?
So I'm looking at the bottom of the screen. It says start video with a cross through it, and when I click on it, it says you cannot start your video because the host has disabled it. Okay, so
okay.
I'm just trying to think. Participants 31, maybe more. Let me have a look at that. It said meeting settings, maybe.
There you go. Can you do that now?
Wait, meeting settings, and then it says touch up.
Can you try start the video again? What you were doing before?
Right, okay. Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
it.
Yeah.
We're back in business.
Right. So next we're going to go to Lohan Shaw.
Hi, Kel. So you were quoted recently as saying, I don't really think about losing, but if we have to bring that up, and even though I can't get that in my head that I am going to lose, but I would call it a draw. End of the boxing, gloves to be hung up. Does that takeaway reflect what the articles are saying, like you are hinting at retirement? Because it could easily be taken out of context. Is that what you were hinting at, or was that kind of taken out of context?
I think it would probably take it out of context. A fighter, you know, who's used to winning, you know, never has losing in the mind. You know, I don't think for a second about losing this fight. You know, every single day I'm growing in confidence just with the results I'm getting. And what my coaches are saying, how I'm looking, and everyone around me got a smile on their face because they can feel and see the buzz and the excitement and the body taking shape, and you know, coming back between rounds and not breathing. You know, my fitness is coming there, and the sharpness, the accuracy, the speed, everything's coming. So, you know, I'm not thinking about retirement. I'm thinking about Amir Khan on February 19th, and I'm thinking, I feel fantastic. I'm smiling. I'm happy. You know, and that's what I'm thinking. You know, the mojo's, you know, here again, and I'm really enjoying training. I'm really enjoying the training session, believe it or not, and they are brutal. I'm really enjoying, you know, the recovery. I'm enjoying, you know, the people around me. You know, everyone's in a good place because they're seeing me happy, and they're seeing the results we're getting.
Right, next we're going to go to Josh Challies.
Hi, Kel, how are you doing?
Thanks.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. So with the fight taking place in Manchester, sort of on Amir's home soil sort of thing, how do you think the crowd's going to affect the fight or affect your approach to it all?
You know, I believe that, you know, it's an open fight, you know, and you know, I don't know. It's like I've been in hostile crowd before. Many months ago, I went to Scotland to fight for the British title against Kevin McIntyre, and I think they all wanted to try and kill me, you know, after I beat him. I don't know if you can remember that fight. So, you know, I'm not too bothered as long if they're booing, if they're excited, you know, they're still there. They're still going to see the fight. You know, all I'm interested in is Amir Khan, who's going to be opposite me, and I'm not interested in if they boo me or if they cheer me. You know, it's a fight, and it's me and him in there.
Thank you.
Keith Fraser.
Hi, Kell. Good to speak to you. Looking forward to the fight, but I wanted to ask you, I mean, many people for years have been saying you are probably best suited to light middleweight. And we all know that over the years, the shenanigans surrounding this fight have been around weight limits. Do you think that obviously weight could be a distinct advantage to Amir Khan in this fight? And also, when you consider this fight's been in the offing for years, we all like to see the best fighting the best when they are at their best. Is this fight really only about money?
Absolutely not for me. You know, this is the fight that I've wanted for a long time, you know, and it's for one reason or another, it's took this time for it to happen. But, you know, it's better late than never, as the teacher used to say to me when I used to be late for school. It's better late than never. And, you know, there's that much excitement in this fight. There's that much excitement for this fight. And regarding the weight, that's why that we took ourselves away from the festive season, you know, Christmas, away from them, away from the celebrations and then rollers tins and then big Christmas dinners. We're right here, traveling the island on his bikes, doing 90 miles, you know, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, you know. And my nutritionist Greg Marriott, he obviously knows my body. He knows exactly where we need to be regarding the weight, you know, and I know that, you know, that there's not going to be nothing past my lips what shouldn't be there, you know, because obviously again it needs to be right, and everybody's happy where I am weight wise, and you know, and it is what it is. The bottom line is I'm going to be in there 100% at whatever weight is, you know. My people have sorted that out. All I need to concentrate in is getting in there and being 100%, which I will be.
Best of luck for the fight, Kell.
Ron Lewis.
Kell, lovely to speak to you, mate. You've obviously been away to Fuerteventura a lot of times, you know, over the years. Does this one feel different? I mean, you're sort of approaching the fight as this, you know, win or lose, this might be your last big fight. Have you kind of been feeling those sort of emotions when you're out there?
No, I've not been feeling them emotions. It's strange, you know, because I am getting older, and you know, it should be getting harder. But I think with the experience, it's, you know, it's all in the mind, and I think that I'm really happy. You know, I think probably the weight and the fitness and the guys around me are all happy, and you know, it's a joy. It's a joy to be out here in the sunshine, away from the feeling cold where you are, and grafting, you know, and working hard. It's good for my body, you know, to be out here and be in the sun, and you know, to get the heat behind me. It's been great. It's been great for me.
That's it. Cool, Kell. See you when you're back, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Cat Lucas.
Hi, Kell.
Hi.
Hi. Amir made a comment the other day, talking about the lack of doping testing, and he said something like it would give me more peace of mind knowing it's a fair fight. What do you make of those comments, and I suppose why do you think he started saying that?
I don't know, but I can gain peace of mind because the last couple of days I've been tested 3 times. You know, I've been tested 3 times from border and UCAD. So, you know, I'm not I'm not the other end of the world in America. I'm 4 hours on a plane. You know, everybody knows where I am and how to get me. I'm out in Fuerteventura. You know, so I don't know. Obviously, I would have liked to have had more tests before. I see where it's coming from, but the bottom line is, I've been tested and I'm available for testing at any given time.
Cool. Thanks, Kell.
Try Ben Thompson again. Ben, you there?
Cal, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, both you guys faced Terrence Crawford. The fights ended a little differently for the two of you. What are your thoughts on Amir going to train with Terrence Crawford and getting help from him? And I was just wondering, is there anything you could take away from Amir's fight with Terrence Crawford?
I think I was there at that fight, and he looked to me, not that he looked to me, he quit in that fight. He said that he got it low, he quit in that fight. My thoughts of Terrence Crawford and him working together, I just think that, Terrence Crawford was telling him straight to his face that he quit. His trainer were telling him that he would quit, and they were just giving him nothing but grief, before and after the fight. And now that they're all pretending to be friends and everything, it's just, it is what it is at the end of the day. He's never worked with, Terrence Crawford's trainer. He doesn't know nothing about Amir Khan, about how he reacts in certain, in training. He don't know when to lay off the gas, when to push him, so if he thinks that's best for him, Amir Khan, then all good for him. But with my experience and my relationship with Dominic Ingle, who's basically brought me up from teenage, and knows just by one look in my eyes in training what I'm about. We've got that connection, that we know each other inside out. So on that score, I think that if he, it is what it is. That's his trainer. That's who's training him to prepare to fight me. Thinking that it's going to do something to me that that Terrence Crawford beat me. Terrence Crawford beat me because his pound for pound number in the top three is such a gifted talent. And it's nothing to do with the trainer. Because you can look at me. You can look at guys what I've been through the Ingle gym. What has put probably as much work as me, and not won a Central Area title. And then you get me who's gone in there and won a world title. So, it's down to the talent. It's down to the man. It's down to the man, and that's what I said to that.
Right, let's go to Ben Davies.
Hi, Kell. I just wanted to quickly ask you, what I've seen comments saying that you're more dedicated than ever in training. I just wanted to ask you, what do you feel is the biggest change you've made since you kind of fought Spence and Golovkin?
I think just maturity and experience and trial and error in fights, and knowing my body, knowing myself, get the experience and just the mental approach. I think has improved unbelievably, and I know what it takes. I know what it takes to be where I want to be. So it's more of a mental thing, that I've grown into, how I am today.
Cool. Thanks, Kell. Good luck.
Hi, Kell. Lovely to see you. It's Gareth. If this is a quick fight and you get Amir out of there with very little damage and everything goes swimmingly for you, what are the chances that you might call out Conor Benn for a fight?
There's a great chance of it. There is, because what else would I be doing? I'm enjoying the game. I'm enjoying it. I've not really been in them dog walls. I've still got my faculties. I'm still sharp. Sorry about that. So, am I there? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still I'm still sharp, and you know, who knows? You know, I'll probably sit down with my family and see, you know, because I have done it all, but what they know about me and what I know about myself is I love a challenge. I love it when Conor Benn, I love it when Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, all these fighters are saying that they're better than me, you know, because it don't register to me. I always, you know, I love that competitiveness. I love to go out there and to prove to the boxing fans what are so interested in the game, what love the game so much. You know, just another great fight, you know, and that I'm that guy. So, you know, who knows, you know, let's see what happens in this fight. But I'm definitely not ruling out that I'm gonna carry on.
Can I just add to that very quickly? Do you think if this fight goes beyond 4 rounds that it becomes your fight?
It goes before 4 or after 4, I think it's my fight. I really do. I really do. But that's why these questions are getting asked, because nobody's seen this fight yet. Everyone's so interested about the way the rounds, who's got what left, and that's why people are going to turn up and watch this fight, because nobody can. Everyone's so excited. Everyone's curious of how this fight's going to pan out, and I'm just excited because I know it for myself, or how I'm feeling, how I'm performing, and what I'm going to give back to the fans on February 19th.
Right, we're going to go to John Dennon. John, you there?
Yeah. Hi, Cal. How's it going?
Right.
Yeah. Can I ask a bit more about the weight and, you know, why you wanted this fight at 149 pounds and who you think that advantage is?
To be honest with you, you know, all this kind of, you know, I leave it to my management team. It's not something I really want to get involved with, to be honest, just talking about all these weights and stuff like that. You know, it is what it is. This fight's been made. You know, this fight's been made. You know, I've never ever missed weight in all my career. You know, I've never ever missed weight. I've never had to take the box shorts off. I've always made weight, and you know, I don't really want to get into the weight situation. You know, my management team and my people have felt that all I need to really concentrate on is being 100%, sticking to what I need to do. And at this current moment and all the way through up to this fight is going to be absolutely to a T bang on. And I'm going to be firing on every single one of my cylinders.
Excellent. Well, cheers, Cal. Best luck for the fight. Looking forward to it.
Right, we're going to go to Nick Purewell next. Nick, you there?
Yeah. Hi, Kell. So can I just say, so you trained on Christmas Day then, is that right? And then also just on Amir and the fact that the fight hasn't happened before, do you think that's because he was maybe scared is not the right word, but maybe he was aware of what would happen if you do fight? Because obviously, like you said, you're confident that you'll wrap this one up.
You know, who knows? I believe so. You know, I think in my own mind that he probably thinks that I'm not the fighter I was, and he thinks that I'm ready for the taking in his mind, which this makes me smile, like, because I know what I've got left. I know, and you know, I wouldn't want to be involved in a fight where, you know, all I'm going to be known as in this fight is the Amir Khan and Kell Brook fight. Forget what I've done before. You know, I won't sign up to this. Forget the money. I won't sign up for this fight if I thought for 1 second that I was going to go in just for money and lose this fight. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for me. So I really believe in my heart, and I know for a fact that I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get him. I'm going to beat this man. I want it more than him. I want it more than him. This is personal to me. I want this bad. You know, I'm not in here to make the numbers up. I'm in there to get this win. I'm in there to the ice on the cake for myself, you know, to put it all at rest. This is the one for me. This is real.
Right, we're going to go to Sam Johnson now. Sam, you on?
I didn't have a question. Don't worry, I didn't have my hand up, I don't think. So on to the next person, thanks.
Kell, you mentioned a few minutes ago a bit about your school days. Some people are arguing that Amir Khan's got better boxing skills than you, but what do you think the chances are of you actually taking Amir to school, outboxing him and winning the bout on points?
You know, if it goes all the way, it goes all the way. You know, but I've got a great boxing brain. You know, I'm always I'm always setting traps. I'm always thinking my next move. You know, I believe that I'm a better boxer than him. I do believe I'm a better boxer than him. So, you know, I believe that whatever he brings there, that you know, I'll have an answer for. I really do.
Right, Devinder Johal.
Hey, Kell.
Hey.
Just a quick question. Well, quick couple of questions from me. So first of all, you fought obviously Golovkin, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, and now you're fighting Amir Khan, and this is a grudge match. So is it a different mentality knowing it's a grudge match because you've been against, like, some consider the pound for pound number one in the world with Terence Crawford? So because you're going in with this I can't lose mentality, is it a different kind of mindset from you because you just don't like the bloke?
You know, I just treat this like, you know, like it's a world title fight for me. It's a big massive fight, you know, because there's absolutely everything on the line for this fight. Bragging right, and that's personal to me. Bragging right for the year of me saying that I'm a better fighter, year of him saying that I'm a lot lower level than him and he can beat me one hand. And you know, I think that it's right up there. It's right up there with it. Up there with the best fighters, with the Porters, the Crawfords, you know, these fighters, what you've mentioned. I'd have to put it up there in them same brackets just because of the fans and the attention what's around it and the needle what's involved with it. I think you've got to put it on that bracket.
And just very finally from me as well, can you see a world when you guys can actually shake hands and be friends? Do you think once it's all said and done? Or is it all animosity?
It's all animosity on my side, you know, and I think it is from him. You know, I think that you know, there's no love lost. We don't like each other. You know, when this isn't just a hype. But this is real. This is absolutely real as it comes. I don't like him. I don't like him. He doesn't like me, and I want to punch him hard.
Laurie.
Hi, Kell. Forgot to mention earlier, I'm the U.S. correspondent for Behind the Gloves. I wanted to ask you because this fight has been years in the making, and so the buildup hasn't really started with, you know, the promotion. It's really dated years back. So we're now 4 weeks away from your fight, exactly a month away, in Manchester. What's it going to mean for you if at the end of this fight your hand is raised, your name is called?
I can't really put into words what it'll mean to me. It means everything because, you know, this is all I've known. This sport. This is a sport I absolutely adore and love. You know, it's a love hate. You know, but I do love the sport, and it's the thing what I'm so passionate about. And for the years and years of the build up and it not happening, and now it is happening, and everybody's split. And then finally, when the fight and the result is mine, the feeling is just going to be, is indescribable. Basically, it's indescribable. It means everything to me. This one.
Joey Mills.
So you were quoted as saying that Floyd Mayweather is looking at facing the winner of this fight. I was just wondering, how would you feel about potentially meeting Floyd Mayweather in the ring?
You know, you know, it's massive. You know that, you know, people are saying he's the best ever. You know, he's best in our era in the sport. Well, I think we all recognise that. And like I said, I'm in this sport. Before I tie them gloves up, I want to really see how good I am with the best out there, whoever the best is. And, you know, to finally, from a 9-year-old kid who walked into the gym who didn't know his left foot from his right hand, who'd been everywhere with Brendan Ingle and, you know, for years of knowledge through the sport, and then finally getting to fight, you know, the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. You know, some people said ever. You know, it'd just be sort of real for me, or overwhelming. You know that I've, you know, come from a council estate area, walked into the Brendan Ingle gym when my dad took me, and just evolved into a fighter. What's matched with the best fighter in our era. It'd be, you know, it's can't really put into words, can you? Really, what, you know, to get to that level.
That's great. Thank you, Kell.
Right, so Owen Abbas Hussein. You're on mute, mate.
Mute. Still on mute.
Still on mute, mate. I think you might be having some technical issues. Okay, let's Robert Harding. You there?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, sorry about that. Kell, you're obviously in great condition already with just over 4.5 weeks out from the fight. Is there anything you can tell us about the sparring that you've done and who you've been sparring with, number of rounds, etc.?
Yeah, you know, I think that I've been getting some. It's been great, you know, from the start. I've been sparring with Bradley Skeet. I've been sparring with a guy from Scotland, John Thane. I've been sparring an Olympian who's, you know, who's in Gran Canaria, who my old trainer brought over in Carlos, is Hugo from Monaco, who's only 23-year-old, who's a very good talent, you know, who's been. Obviously, he was really high up, and we did really well in the Olympics. So he's got very fast hands. He's tall, his ranging, his speed. And then this week I've been sparring with Troy Williams, and I think most of your guys will have seen his fight with Cheeseman. You know, this guy's, you know, you'd probably want to pay to see our squad what we've been having this week. Believe you me. You know, because he's very heavy-handed, crash bang wallop. But like I said, I've had speed. You know, I've also been involved in them. You know, someone coming forward who, like I said, his confidence is really high. Tries, and we're having really competitive sparring. You know, so like I said, I'm doing unbelievable in sparring. You know, unbelievable in sparring, unbelievable in training. I'm very pleased with myself. Very
good. That's the important thing. Stay healthy and good luck on the night. Cheers, Kell.
If anybody's got any more questions, we'll get the last few in. Just raise your hand so that we know that it's you that wants to ask a question.
All right, so let's try Owen again. Owen, you on the line?
Hi, Kell. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, Kell, firstly, just want to talk about the ticket sales. Tickets flew, man. They went so quick, and there's a massive backlog of people waiting for possible tickets that might be thrown about on that black grey market. But what do you make of ticket sales? Talk to me about them, because the hype is real.
Yeah, the hype is real, and it just puts a smile on my face that, you know, I believe that if it's right me saying this, with the fastest boxing show, maybe, I don't know if it's Manchester or in Britain, that it sold out in like 7 minutes flat, you know, quick time, you know, and even to this day, I'm still getting people pestering me about, can I get hold of any tickets, you know, but, you know, I just, obviously, I want to thank the new sheriff in town, Ben Shalon, and Sky Sports for obviously making this happen, and, you know, and getting this fight across the line, because we've got the mega fight that we've all been wanting to see and me to do.
Just a final one for myself. Dev actually spoke about it just then, but you spoke about this being as big a fight as the big fights that you've had in your career. But in regards to satisfaction, if you beat Amir Khan in February, how close is it to that night in 2014 in Carson when you picked up that world title?
That's a good question. I think that, I don't know. I think it's obviously that's when it's your first world title where you've gone across overseas to an America against a guy who they were saying that were the next Mike Tyson, you know, and beat him in his own backyard, and everybody, you know, didn't think that I had a prayer in that fight, winning it, and it being a close fight, and still at the end of the fight not knowing, and then hearing and the new, you know, that feeling is going to live with her forever, and that is going to be hard to beat. But I'll tell you something, this win, this fight, I can feel it being close to it. I can feel it being close to it. Just even though that I know and believe that I'm going to beat him, you know, 100%, and I do for every fight, for both fight as well. But once the results there, and you know that we're all still in the ring and the sweat pouring off me, and I know that I've got the victory, like that feeling is just going to be like I'm in orbit.
Right, let's go to Sky's Adam Smith. Adam, you on the line?
Hi there, am I on mute or not?
You're live and kicking.
And now you're on mute.
Now you're on mute, yeah.
Hang on a minute. Here we go. How about that? Kell, good to see you. We've been obviously through many, many years of this and waiting for this moment. What I want to know is, obviously Brendan is not with us anymore, but he would have studied Amir and you developing into becoming world champions. What did he tell you about beating Amir Khan back then over the years?
You know, I think that, Adam, back then it weren't really, it was still talked about, but it wasn't as legit it is now, you know. So it weren't ever a sit down and looking me deep in the eyes and explain it like Naz when he was boxing Kevin Keller, when Naz when he was fighting. You name them fights, what he was involved with Brendan. It was more of Brendan just looking at me and just saying that, listen, Kell, what you've got to do is get in there and just be the best you can be. And when you're the best you can be, no man will beat you. No man will beat you. That's what he'll say. And obviously, I'd love him to be here and have the conversation about the preparation for this fight. But I'm sure that he'll be watching down on February 19th.
And are you pleased to be back with Dominic for this? Because surely that was the only way.
I am very pleased to be back with Dominic Kingle, because Dominic Kingle, you know, has seen me and like you also, when I were a little whippersnapper in that gym, you know, 9-year-old, and he's seen me go up through the rankings, being there, winning the world title. And it means everything to me, but it's also going to mean everything to him. You know, I'm his boy, I'm his fighter. He's been through his ups and his downs with me, and it's going to be a great feeling looking over to him, you know, saying we've done it, Dom. You know, we've done it, and we've done it together.
Thanks, Kell.
Thanks.
Right, let's go to Nick Purewell.
Hi, Kell. Just like you said, you don't think that after, when this is all said and done, you'd be able to sort of shake hands and put the animosity aside. I just wonder, from your side of things, is that because you don't think that Amir's been genuine about, about the problems that you've had, as between the two of you? Is that how you'd see it? You don't think he's been genuine about what's gone on over the years?
Yeah, I just think that, you know, he puts things out there in the media, and he puts it all on me, and he knows. We both know that it's never been me, ever been me. But that, you know, that's another story. all I'm excited and happy about that we are fighting each other. You know, forget being friends, forget all that. You know, it's about giving back to the fans. They're gonna see a mega showdown, because I know that he's training extremely hard. You know that I'm training extremely hard, and the ingredient as well. What you've got to put in there is just the years and the years and this fight between us, and what it means to both of us. It means absolutely everything to him as well, and that just builds into a super fight. And there's one benefit. There's one people benefiting there what are not going to be in that ring, and that's the fans out there what are going to watch that fight, because there's definitely fireworks in this fight. Make no mistake.
Right, let's go to Alex Roberts.
Hi, Kell. Hope you're doing well, mate. Earlier this week, Eddie Hearn indicated that out of you and Amir Khan, you're probably better placed to actually continue your career beyond this fight. For you, is this about getting one over Amir, or proving you've still got what it takes to compete at the highest level?
Well, this is just to prove to Amir and to the world who are watching this fight that I'm the better fighter. You know, that's why, you know, it's just another fight for me. That it's more than another fight, because it's, you know, it's personal, but it's just another fight that I'm going to be, you know, competing against, and it's I love a challenge. I love a challenge. And when I hear people on social media, you know, messaging me saying that, you know, Khan's going to beat me, some say I'm going to win, you know, and that's what put a smile on my face. I know that everyone and their dogs super excited about it. Most of them can't split us, and I know I'll be able to just taste the atmosphere in there when everyone's gasping when that first bell goes.
Right, we're going to go to Ryan Elliott now. Ryan, you on the line?
Hi, Kell. Thanks for joining us. Just a quick question from me. Obviously, the news has just came out and started circulating about the rematch clause in place for this fight. Could you tell us a bit about that? Is it only in place for if you win this fight?
To be honest with you, I know that, you know, like, I'll be honest with you, that I leave it to my manager, my dad, and to my team. You know, all I'm interested in is this fight, and I do know that, you know, I do know that there's going to be a rematch in that. You know, if Amir Khan wants that, you know, wants another beatdown, you know, he can have one.
Right, we'll just go to Jonathan.
Kell, you've told us a few times that you don't like Amir and you think that he doesn't like you. Can Amir gain your respect in the ring on the night?
That'll be down to him. You know, we had deluded ears. I don't know, but I'm sure that he will. I'm sure that he must do. He must do, because when he realizes what I'm about, when he's in that square circle with me, he's got to register. He's got to register that respect. He's gonna definitely have to give it, man.
Right, I think that wraps it. Thank you everyone for attending. Kell, thank you for taking the time out answering all the questions. I'm sure we'll get more opportunities to speak to you over the next few weeks. Have a good time in camp. Work hard, and we'll see you on fight night.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.